Hello, my name is Valentina and I'm here to introduce you to CLB Networks. It is an affiliate established in Jakarta, Indonesia in 2009, and it was selected as the first lead battery regeneration partner of Telkomsel, Indonesia's #1 mobile communication company, as a Korean lead battery regeneration technology for sustainable long battery value chains in Korea, South Asia, and the United States. So, based on the technology, accommodation, and business opportunities, CLB Networks was established in Seoul, South Korea in 2017 to provide a solution for a second life of electric vehicle batteries. A key component of electric vehicles that have emerged as an eco-friendly transportation. Unfortunately, even though the vehicle itself is very eco-friendly, the disposal of the batteries themselves is very chaotic. It's very unsafe for the environment, and no matter how hard we try to solve this problem, there has been no use until this way of disposal happened. So although the warranty period has passed, CLB Networks is a company that specializes in supplying solutions to reuse EV batteries that have expired and have reached the end of the lifespan. The lifespan of the battery is quite long. It takes 5 years to take it up to 80%, and after the 80%, it is usually advised to change the battery. But even though the 80% battery could be used in other places like battery storage, so the voltage storage is a very efficient way to use the already used battery, but it is also only safe to use it up to 50%. So like after it drops down 50%, you can't even use it in the other ways. Even if it's been in a vehicle, then it's been in a storage department, and after the 50%, you can't really use the battery in any other way, so you have to dispose of it. And the disposal process itself is quite environmentally unfriendly, because in order to dispose of the battery, you have to first discharge it. And usually the process of discharging the battery, it takes a lot of time. It, as far as I remember, it takes up to 7 to 10 days, which is insane. In the production process, it takes up so much time, it takes up so much like manpower and effort. Just the fact that you have to fully just fill in the pool of like salted water, just drop all the batteries in there, and only then after 3 days they're gonna discharge like all the ions, and it's gonna go into the water, and then you have to, well, obviously because it's been wet from the water, you have to dry the battery itself, and only then you can dispose of it. Only then it can go to a shredder, to like just a crushing machine. So because of this process is so time consuming and so it's just a very big hassle for everybody. The fact that the water that you have to dispose of is probably going to go into the oceans, and it is very unsafe, and I've heard they were trying to like search for other ways of doing that, but unfortunately right now the fact that the water just goes back into the ocean with all the ions in it and all the batteries that were stored in it for a couple of days, as you might predict, it's not the safest and, well, best for our planet. So finally this wonderful invention was created, the little blue box right in front of there. After use, the VOLTAON VDT100A, the model that you see right in front of you, accurately discharges and automatically shortcuts the electric vehicle battery using an environment-friendly method to measure the potential capacity of large capacity, high voltage batteries used in electric vehicles. This enables efficient recycling and reuse of batteries after that. That's a multi-purpose EV battery discharger suitable for or uses of lithium-ion batteries, such as reuse, maintaining, and recycling. So it recycles it for you and discharges the battery. The reuse of lithium-ion battery after use during the manufacture of a new product is important to accurately confirm the battery capacity of the battery pack and module cell. So it's not only used as a recycling option, it is also very important to check the capacity of the battery itself. You have to like check things like this before actually producing it and giving it to the public. The battery performance and capacity tests, battery maintenance and engineering tests, as well as DC power tests with loads are also possible with this little machine, as you might see. It totally discharges the battery in about 2 hours, which is a big improvement from 10 days that it used to take back in the days. And the main function of the VOLTAON VTD 100A is electronic bank functory to verify the battery capacity, refuse potential discharge function of battery disposal. So it goes from plus 10 volt to minus 10 volt, and it just goes from 100 to a 0. IT system recordings for all discharge data. It is stored in a cloud system or it's even its own server. The electric vehicle battery manufacturer that they are, they produce other products when separating the electric vehicle battery at the end of its lifespan in accordance with its use. The key points and the goals are completed to discharge the battery fully with no electricity and then decompose it, because you can't really decompose it while it's being charged. It could very easily explode, and again, it is a danger to society. You should not do that. That's why they create the pools of salted water, or just use this little machine that discharges the battery for you in just 2 hours. Currently, the EV battery disposal technology is already full of concerns about explosion, fires, and employee risks, as well as this environmental discharge. The VOLTAON fully and safely discharges electric vehicle batteries that have reached minus 10 volts. In other words, there's no risks of flames, explosions, and other ignition of fire and disposal purpose. As you might have guessed, it is also very cost effective. Current recycling solutions in the market, including lithium battery test equipment, are very, very expensive. And VOLTAON is at least 50% cheaper than even the most cheap solutions. So the VOLTAON is under $1,000, when usually it is, as far as I know, it goes up to $900 and even more. So being in the very, very lowest cost of it is absolutely insane. Seawater is conductive and discharges the battery slowly over time. It's obviously way too slow, and because you have to deal with it for 10 days, obviously it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of money. The physical destruction is the fastest, but it's most dangerous in the way because it might explode in the process because of the charge still left in it. Fire risks is not what we're looking at, and it is way too toxic to breathe. So it's the perfect eco-friendly solution to recycle a battery, to discharge it, and to check the charge of it in general. The Korea Automotive Research Institute tested the following items, and they've approved over the product itself: electric loader discharge voltage and discharge. They have loads of tests. It's absolutely safe to use, and it is, unlike other companies, eco-friendly, as I've already mentioned. Not only is it not time-consuming, it is also the very best solution to discharge your batteries and check the percentage itself. So, hope you learn more about the IBSG and on their website, and let's be more eco-friendly in the future. Thank you for being with me, and goodbye.